So good morning. I have decided to hike today. It is going to be cold tonight, close to freezing, but I think I'll be okay. And it's really not raining hard. It just kind of comes and goes, and it's more misty than anything. So I'm getting kind of a late start because I was trying to decide what to do. But I had a really big breakfast at the Smoky Mountain Diner, which was good. And so I'm either going to do 9 or 12 miles today, depending on how I feel and what the conditions are like. So we'll see how it goes. So Hot Springs is one of the few towns that the trail goes right through the town. So you might be able to see that there's a little bit of snow up there in the mountains. So headed that way. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel and are watching the videos. It is encouraging, and I appreciate your comments and your support, and I'm glad you're enjoying them. I'm enjoying making them. I'm going to have a nice journal when I'm done. Thank you. Well, I am all nestled in my tent, and it's still snowing outside. I got my tent set up, and as I was setting it up, it just started pouring down snow. and I couldn't get it set up fast enough. And it keeps snowing off and on now, and I think I'm gonna make some kind of really hot, yummy food before I go to sleep tonight and have warm food on my stomach. And it was 11 miles today in snow, as you have seen, and I'll probably take a couple of pictures or a couple of videos right here outside my tent or under my vestibule so you can see the snow piling up. So as you have seen from today's videos, it's cold. And so tonight for dinner, which dinner is brought to me by Brandon, who is a guy in the shelter. And he actually gave me 2 cups of filtered water, so I didn't have to go like 75 yards down the hill here to get water in the snow. So otherwise I was gonna have a cold dinner, but he was such a nice guy. So he gave me 2 cups of water. So I made this concoction tonight that I made the other night, and this may sound disgusting, but for some reason it tastes really good to me when it's cold out on the trail. And so I put in 1.5 packages of ramen and 1 seasoning packet that came with it, the chicken, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and some dehydrated spinach, and some dehydrated cheese, and then I put in some bacon bits, and then the last thing that I do is I take like the white cheddar Cheez-Its and crumble them up and mix it all in there. I'll show it to you because I'm going to eat here a little bit and show you what it looks like. Okay, I know it may look a little disgusting, but trust me, it's not. It's not when it's cold and I'm in my tent. It might be disgusting if I was at home and just having it for a regular dinner, but I'm telling you, it hits the spot. Good morning. The sun is shining, but it is really cold. And as you can see behind me, I'm walking through snow, but I'm excited about the sun. I'm going to I've got a steep descent right away, and I want to get down before it melts because it'll be nice and crusty, a little more grippy, the snow. That way I'm not slip sliding down the hill. And I will try to take quite a few pictures and videos today, but first I have to wait till my fingertips are completely warm because they're kind of numb, those and my toes. But once I get going, everything will warm up. As I'm walking through this winter wonderland this morning, I'm thinking back to when I was a kid, and I loved to read. My mom would always make sure I had plenty of books to read, and she bought me a book set, and in that book set was a book, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And at the time, I think I was in like 4th grade when I read it. At the time, I thought it was absolutely ridiculous that someone could go into a wardrobe and go into another world. And probably just didn't appreciate the genius of C.S. Lewis at the time. But as I'm walking through this, I'm reminded of the little girl when she first goes through the wardrobe and it's wintry and cold, and she meets somebody, and I can't remember his name, but I bet my grandkids and the Harrison family will all put in the comments what his name is. And he takes her back to his little house and gives her a cup of tea, and I keep looking for him to see if he's going to show up and offer me a cup of tea. where the day went. It just, I don't know, I just started walking and walking and walking, and next thing I knew, it was 7 o'clock at night. So I did almost 18 miles today, I think 17.9, and that'll set me up to get into Nature's Inn Hostel tomorrow with doing 16 miles. And I don't know, it was just a snowy, muddy, slippery, wet mess today. So I just kind of just plodded through it. And so on days like that, when things are just like where you're constantly dodging mud puddles and having to watch your step and everything, I tend to put in one earplug, and so I can hear the other, not an earplug, but an earbud. And I listen to a book. So today I listened to Brene Brown's Atlas of the Heart. Don't ask me to define all the emotions that she did in the book. I think there were 87 of them. But it was interesting and fascinating to hear about that research. And if you're not a fan of Brene Brown's, you should be. So check her out. I think I set up my tent. I'm usually super picky about where I put my tent. But because I just kept hiking and really not paying attention to like what was coming up next, I kind of ended up in a place where there wasn't a shelter or tent site, so I kind of had to make my own tent site. I think I set up my tent so in the morning the sunrise will be right out my vestibule here. So if I did that right, I'll take some pictures and share them with you. So that's it for today. So I just went back and looked through today's videos and photos and realized that I hardly took any at all. I'm sorry. And I guess I'm just was in a grind today of just walking. But I forgot to celebrate that I made the 300 mile mark. Woohoo! 300 miles. It's gone fast. Good morning. It was a little windy last night, but I survived. I slept hard. So today, I'm gonna head out 16 miles and see what we see. And if all goes well, I'll make it to Nature's Inn Hostel tonight to spend the night there. But beautiful sunrise, and looks like it's going to be a beautiful day, which I'm happy about. Don't see any clouds. There was a crooked man that walked a crooked mile. He found a crooked sixpence upon a crooked stile. He bought a crooked cat that caught a crooked mouse, and they all lived together in a little crooked house. I think I'm going to cross this tile now. Look at that green grass. Beautiful. Well, I made it to Allen's Gap, and I'm waiting for Amy from the hostel to come and get me. She should be here in a few minutes. I want to show you something. Hold on. See that motorbike? It's like at every gap. I guess some hiker, somebody said, was shuttling it up. I don't know how he's doing it, but just about every gap. When I get there, so is that orange scooter. So today I have felt really tired. So I think doing all of these miles day after day after day with no break is starting to wear me out. So I'm gonna try to come up with a plan when I get here to the hostel to take a little bit of a break. I don't know what that'll look like yet, but I'll keep you posted. Well, I made it here to Nature's Inn Hostel. This mattress is so comfy. I can't wait to sleep on it tonight. Made arrangements to slack pack tomorrow from Spivey back here, so I'll be here again tomorrow night. That'll be 13 miles. So looking forward to having a little lighter day. I was really tired today, and hopefully that will kind of be a rest or a break tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. But just ate half a pizza and I think I'll sleep well tonight.